I'm the best fighter in the world. Who you think I am? Who you think I am? I'm the best fighter in the world.
What's going on, you guys? Now, I was gonna initially do a live stream this morning. I may still do one. I may do one later on too, depending, because this gotten really interesting, right? Terence Crawford finally comes out and gives his side of the story, the actual truth, right? And this is something your boy Bushido been saying. Crawford needs to come out and set the record straight. Oh, no, he Bud don't need to say nothing. Yes, the fuck he do. And guess what? He did. I really believe that Bud Crawford be listening to your boy Bushido Boxing Channel. I'm sure he does. But because he said a lot of the things that pretty much that I've been saying. And yeah, Terence Crawford revealed quite a bit in his interview, his conversations with Al Heyman, as we heard. He said he likes Al Heyman. He says he's a charming guy, but, that's Spence's guy. But what's really alarming about the whole video was the $25 million guarantee for both guys. And this is why I was telling you dudes, man, PBC was blocking this fight, man. PBC didn't want Spence to go up in there with Crawford. And this is why I said things like, well, go ahead and go to Black Prime and make the fight. Black Prime put the bag on the table. Well, sure enough, somebody else was already trying to put the bag on the table. Spence didn't want to move. He didn't want to move. Oh, well, what about the back end, right? What about the back end? Man, fuck that back end, bro. We getting $25 million guaranteed up front. $25 million guaranteed up front. And that's not even talking about the pay-per-views. But Crawford also mentioned that nobody's buying pay-per-views like that. Right? Nobody's buying these pay-per-views, and those are facts. I don't know why there's this illusion in boxing where pay-per-view is still like a really irrelevant thing. It's not. It's not. But I guess since PBC is doing it, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with it. Nah, there's a lot wrong with it. Only the absolute big fight should be on pay-per-view. You got to worry about people streaming it, fire sticking it, right? This is what Crawford talked about in the interview on a video, right? And like I said, we going to go live and we going to really, really talk about this. I'm going to get you guys' thoughts on it. So be sure to check in for that. But Crawford said quite a bit. I noticed a lot of people in the comment section as it was going on was having a lot of cap. They had no rebuttal to anything Bud was saying. Why? Because this is the guy that's actually dealing with the situation. He's telling you it word for word what happened, right? And Crawford seemed very candid, and he seemed honest in this interview. I don't see why Bud would come out and lie. People was telling him, well, he ain't saying nothing. He's quiet. Yeah, he's ducking. Then as soon as he came out and said something, oh, well, he just didn't burn his bridge for PBC and all that. He talked too much. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mr. LTB. I saw that. Crawford, damn if he do, damn if he don't. He's one of those guys. He's just one of those guys. Damn if he do, damn if he don't. But I'm glad he did. Because we got some clarity. It's not from Mike Capinger. It's not from Blue Blood. It's not from Roy Foreman. It's not from Bernie. It's not from nobody. It's from Terence Crawford. And people still say it's a lie. So who do you want to believe? The quote-unquote truth? Errol Spence Jr., who ain't going to say nothing. What I got from this video, you guys, Crawford daring Errol Spence Jr. to come out and say something. Daring him. He's daring him to come out and rebuttal this. Come out here and say I'm lying. Why don't you come out and tell the truth? Right? A lot of people was very dismissive of it. I saw the comments. We're going to see the reaction as the day continues to go on. We're going to see the reaction from these fans, these guys who was throwing dirt on Crawford's name and saying he got exposed and all this stuff. These guys are now they scrambling, right? It's, like I told you guys, it's been this back and forth thing between the Spence and Crawford fan bases and just them in general. It's just been a back and forth. Now Crawford set the tone. And now Spence himself, only way it can change back into his favor is if he comes out and says it. But what is he going to say? Because according to Crawford, Spence was nowhere to be found. And this is something that I've been saying for weeks prior to the Aborigine and everything else. Where's Errol Spence? Say something, bro. Remember that dude on his Twitter? Errol, say something, bro. They was begging Spence to come out and say something. Spence wasn't saying nothing, right? He'll come out on Twitter every once in a while, say this and that and third. And then once the weeks got closer to when Floyd Mayweather gave us that little announcement, he started saying little stuff here and there, but he ain't really said too much of anything. He's like the Pootie Tang. He ain't got to say nothing. But Crawford came out and said a whole lot. The $25 million, bro. And we've been hearing stories for years that PBC or Al Heyman be blocking fights and he be stopping his fighters from going to get the bag. Why would he stop Errol Spence from doing that? Right? And then at the beginning of the interview, what'd he say? Al Heyman brought some other guy in that he never seen or heard of before. Like, look, man. I told y'all, man, who didn't really want this fight, bro. He said he haven't even heard back from Spence. He texted Spence on some solo dolo. Like, hey, look, man, let's do this. $25 million up front. Oh, well, what about the back end? What? Dude, $25 million up front, bro. It's a no-brainer. But watch these dudes. I can't wait to do the live. But watch these dudes try to spin it. They go continue to spin it. It's like we stand on a fucking globe. They go continue to spin it and spin it. But we heard what we saw from Terence Crawford. But guess what? Terence Crawford's a liar. We don't need to believe anything Terence Crawford has to say. Hashtag blame Bud. We don't got to believe nothing Bud got to say. We didn't want to hear it anyway. I told you guys yesterday in the live, on a monologue, before I got everybody on the panel, that we dealing with some sick motherfuckers out here. And I don't really want to go there, but let's go there because I haven't really been going there lately. So just swallow this motherfucking red pill. Swallow this shit. Embrace your fucking selves. But there's a lot of people that look like Bud that's doing a lot of this damage, right? A lot of this unnecessary, this smear campaign, this and that and third. When Floyd Mayweather told us a couple of weeks prior that the thing wasn't happening in 2023 anyway. So Crawford, go ahead and take a fight. Stay busy, get the bag, fight at home. It's a no fucking brainer. But we're dealing with a lot of fucking knuckleheads in the boxing community. And this is why guys like your boy Bushido exist, man, because I'm going to keep it fucking straight, bro. These dudes are emotional. They erratic. They irrational. Not all of them, all right? Not everybody, but, man, you go on Twitter, one of the worst places on earth, just scumbags. You go on Facebook, crybabies. You go on YouTube, agenda-driven boxing politicians. Look, we heard what Bud said, man. And Crawford seemed to be very comfortable. He was like, hey, look, man, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is straight what it is. He didn't say nothing bad about Al Heyman. He said he liked Al Heyman. He said he was a cool dude. He liked talking to Al. What was Spence said, though? Right? All this shit about signing a contract. You know what I'm saying? Crawford explained that situation at the beginning of the video. Like, they gave him, it wasn't even really a contract. It was pretty much them like an introduction, basically. Did they even have intentions on dealing with Terence Crawford in the beginning? Now, we heard the private phone call from Errol Spence, whoever he was talking to. Really, that shouldn't have been leaked, like I said, but that's what we heard. We heard that private conversation. And it seemed like Spence didn't really even know what was going on for real. Right? We got so much to unpack from what Crawford said. I'm just kind of giving you guys a little commentary or giving you guys my thoughts on it before we really cook later on. Because I know it's going to be some more shit from other people that's going to just kind of continue to stir this pot. I would like to see Errol Spence rebuttal this. Actually, I would have had liked to see Errol Spence come on that live stream. I would have liked to see Spence come on that live stream. Boop, you see Spence's name pop up. He wants to join. Nah, he didn't want to join at all. He knew that shit was going on. Because Crawford announced it when we was doing the live stream yesterday around, 4:30, 5 o'clock. About around 6 o'clock, he announced it. Central Time, so 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Whatever time it was, he announced it. So everybody be there or be square, right? Spence wasn't there once again. I would have liked to see the back and forth between the two. But nah, Spence know Crawford's going to tell the truth. Because Crawford is a straight up dude. He's not a talker, anything like that. He's not really a talker. He's a quiet guy. But when he does come out and say something, he makes sure it means something. That meant a lot. Because for weeks, we've been just hearing this dude they offered him a no guarantee, bro. They offered Crawford a no guarantee. He said he still took the shit, man, because he believed in himself. But he just wanted some transparency because, just in case y'all, because y'all could just, I'm not getting no guaranteed money. And you could just be telling me one thing and say, here, just take this. And then there's a whole bunch of, nah, bro, like, what are we? See, I almost went there. Almost went there because it's common sense. Dudes was looking for any angle, any little thing to make it look like Crawford never wanted this fight. Any little thing. And this is why I was telling you dudes, the Bud fans, that Crawford has to come out and set the fucking record straight. This is exactly why. And he gave us a whole lot. He covered almost every fucking thing that everybody was talking about for the past, since this thing started. He pretty much covered everything in about 20-something minutes. He's been in negotiations with them for months. They start dragging it. They haven't heard from him. Right? And then once the Aborigine fight gets made, this is when Errol Spence really comes out and start talking. But Crawford said you was nowhere to be found, bro. In reality, you wasn't, because I was asking, where's Spence? He wasn't at the Tycoon. He wasn't here. He wasn't there. He was nowhere. He was nowhere, bro. I got the playlist. Go back and listen to the playlist, man. Yeah, I'm Team Crawford. I'm not going to hide it, and I'm not going to lie. But I like Spence, too. And I'm going to call it straight like it is. A week or two ago, it wasn't looking good for Bud. But when you look at it, he already told us that he was going to fight this year, with or without Spence. He told us that. He said that he was going to fight this year. And that's what he's going to do. It would have been a whole year without him fighting. Fans would, Crawford didn't fight all year. Yeah, he only fought one time a year and all that shit. But then he doesn't go fight, and you guys still complain. This is why I said Crawford, damn if he do, damn if he don't. He's just that guy in that position. Errol Spence don't got to do shit. He don't got to say shit. I can guarantee you he will not do the same what Crawford just did. He will not come out on the stream and let the world know what really happened. He won't do it. Why? Because Crawford already told us what happened. Spence probably don't even know what the fuck is going on for real. And then the whole boss thing, right? Crawford said he's his own boss now. He's making boss moves. He's finding people to put money up for the fight. They can go over to Black Prime and make this fight right now, right? They could have had this shit with Black Prime right now. But guess what? Spence's loyalty to PBC. And I love the loyalty, right? But nah, bro. You mean tell me you wasn't curious about the $25 million? You just go gamble on this pay-per-view bullshit, right? You just go sit back and wait for some fucking back end for some pay-per-views that's not even gonna do over 300,000. It's not even gonna do over 300,000, bro. Not Spence Crawford, but I'm saying in general. These pay-per-view numbers, man, nobody's buying them shits no more, bro. Let's call a spade a spade. Deontay Wilder, one of my favorite fighters, only did 76,000, bro. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? All these low-number PBC pay-per-views. Low number. Jake Paul, he ain't even doing numbers, man. Nobody's buying that shit no more, bro. When they go fucking get it, then nobody's buying. Top Rank gets it. They putting all these cards on ESPN Plus, on ESPN for everybody to see it. And now fans see Nico Ali Walsh every week, and he's looking great. Honestly, Nico, when he first came on the scene, I was like, this guy, but he's looking really good. All these young fighters, Shoo, Tiger, all these young fighters, you see them dudes like every other month fighting on the app or whatever the case may be. It's easier to pay for a $5, $6, $7 app than it is to pay for $80. I don't care how much, I don't care what you got. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's buying that shit, right? Nobody's buying that shit. Nobody. Bud said, man, look, you got Fire Stick? Yeah, Spencer. Yeah, I got Fire Stick. Crawford gave us phone call details. All that. All that, bro. But you saw a lot of people being dismissive of it. They were saying cap in the comment section. They was calling him a liar. And a lot of these dudes I knew, too. And I was just shaking my head at these niggas like, I know you dudes ain't that goofy, bro. Do it look like this dude sitting here lying? All right, so if he's lying, tell Errol Spence to come on the stream right now. If he's lying, tell Errol Spence to come out with a rebuttal video right now. Oh, well, no, Spence don't got to do that. Yeah, that's what I thought. The motherfucker's Pootie Tank, but he don't got to say shit. Shout out to Ed. So there's Shop It Town and all that shit. He ain't got to say shit, bro. But it's good that Crawford came out and set the record straight. He set the tone for the narrative, right? It wasn't from nobody else. He said he didn't get no guarantee, bro. They was offering this dude no guarantee, bro. He said, all right, I'll take it anyway. All right, I'll do it anyway. Just because I believe myself and just because the world needs this fight. Still was dragging their feet. He just wanted a little transparency. Like, look, man, since I'm doing all this, right? You guys got all the cards stacked in your favor. I'm over here in hostile territory. At least give me some leeway in seeing where all the money is at, what the money's really looking like. Because I got check stubs. I got taxes to file. Shit like that, right? Real shit that knucklehead boxing fans ain't really thinking about. They think these dudes are just like robots or not humans or something. These are fucking real people, bro. These are fucking real people. I think boxing fans tend to forget that when they get all in their emotions. They get all in their emotions. They forget that this is a job for these guys. This is how they eat. This is what they do for a living. Yeah, it's a sport to us, but this is a job for them. And I think boxing fans tend to forget that shit sometimes, especially when they all in their emotions. You got dudes crying on Facebook. You got scumbags on Twitter. And you got the boxing politicians on YouTube. But it was good that Bud came out and set the record straight. I got the video on the channel for those who didn't see it, who may not have IG. Some of you OGs may not even have IG. I got the video here on the channel for you to see. But I figured I'd come out with a follow-up commentary because I was in transition, trying to do everything, and I didn't have time to really do a commentary initially. So I'll give you commentary now, and then we may do 2 live streams later, depending on what happens throughout the day. But if we don't do a live stream in the morning, because I wanted to kind of get a morning stream, because I may have to start doing morning streams again anyway, we definitely going to do one in the evening. We definitely going to have the panel rocking, and we're going to talk about it, because Crawford gave us a whole lot to talk about. Like, subscribe, Hodge Boy. Peace out.